Okay, so I'm going to continue with, this is going to be technical. This is also Echo challenge number 2, like something that they'll never be able to produce, at least not back in the time period. So Will Cullen is talking about the ability to determine where the activities is happening currently. I had said earlier that, this thing will churn through 500,000 of them in a matter of seconds, but that's not really, you can do it in a batch like that. And that's what I would do to get it started up, get a list going. But the real power is that this thing is running every 5 minutes. And we had talked about a trigger, a time-based trigger, where you can just set it to go off at any interval. So it was going off every 5 minutes. So what it's doing is it's going and finding new documents all the time. Like there will not be a document out there that's more than 5 minutes old. So that's where the power of the thing comes in. And this is what's doing it. Over somewhere else, I got it pushing messages onto a queue with the, what I want it to do. Put messages into a queue. A queue is like an email account. And then this is what's picking them up, this process queue message, this queue called queue. So then I try, I get the message and pull out the information. The offset is the number of days from now. Like if it's, if you wanted 10 days ago, it would be offset equals -10. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right here. I'm creating this web page manager class over there. Then the refresh method right there will kick it off. And I'm saying the number of days from today. So that's usually 1 or 0. I forget. But anyway, so we're going to dig back in here. Let's see. I wanted to look at the core, then logic, and I'm gonna dip down in there and show y'all. We're going to show y'all the keys to the castle here. Okay, we'll just roll through. We're going to do more detail than I did the other day. So let's see how I do this. And I'm just doing this off the top of my head, by the way, and I'll do this in front of anybody. Okay, if the document status has errors, then I want to bail out, or if that's, so I get contacts right there. Oh, here's another thing. I got 15,000 text message, or not. Let me just skip that, erase what I just said right there. Get text. So we're going to talk about this method right here. First I get the file name, or I get the target file name. I'm stripping the text out of the PDF messages, or the documents, the PDFs. So I'm getting those into text and putting those in a list, an array of lines, like a list of lines is what it is. Okay. This is a third-party tool, the PDF to text from PDF. Put that in there, get out at the end of that, it will be, well, that's the URI. This local text variable will be, I'm sorry, that's an object that it's holding a blob. That stands for binary large object. I believe that's okay. We're getting very nerdy right there. Anyway, at the end of all that, I have a string that is the document's text. Okay. The lines, there's an array of lines. That's what I have it in. Let's see. Okay, contact locations. This is regular expressions, regex. This is what's finding the city state zip. Like this will return, and this is, I don't like regex, but it works. It does work for sure. I'm looking for a 2-digit or 2 lines, like CO is Colorado, FL is Florida. So I'm looking for a comma, then a state, then a zip code, that's 5 digits, or it will be digits, 5 digits, or 5 digits and a dash and 4 digits. That's what all that garbage is right there. I don't like doing that stuff, but if that returns true, then it's a city state zip. So I say CSZ map. That's just a dictionary that I have that's got all the, it's the list I was talking about with all the locations. So if all that's true, then it will add it to the list right here. Okay, get contacts. If the thing is less than 100, I found some of them would be garbage, and I could return it. If it's less than 100 lines, and I know that it's something's screwed up. Okay, then our pre-flight is where I run through and do all these things. Okay, so then I get the contact locations. That's a table, Azure storage table. Then I said that I would rip through that list. This is my list of city state zips. So for each one of those, I run through, and this is the this is the more complicated. Anyway, so if y'all want to, Lynn and all of them have it already. So I'm just giving away their stuff right here because this is my stuff to give away. But y'all can grab that. The is contact header. Let's look over at one of those. I'll describe it. Each one of those contact locations has a number in front of it, like 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's really 1 period, 2 period, 3 period, etc. So that's what I'm grabbing right here. Is contact header. That will return true, and it's using regular expressions. I don't know. I'm just rolling through this. But if that's true, then it's found one, and it goes and picks all that stuff out. I'm firing a message right there with all the stuff in it, or just right. That's for debugging. Then this thing goes fast, man. Like this thing will just churn them out because it's going fast. Anyway, that's how I find Exhibit A. I'm looking for everything with that Exhibit A. Pre-flight, let's see if. Anyway, so this is a city state zip. I turned it into a function right there. That's the first step. That's finding exhibit, or it could have an exit with or without quotes right there. Is contact. This is what I was just talking about. If you got a digit in there with a period after it, God, I don't like regular expressions, but man, did they work when you get them right. Anyway, so this is how I find the legal. I'm looking for the word legal or land covered or lands covered. That's I noticed on these guys. They've changed. They know that I'm doing that. So they do land covered, or so that's just them trying to change it. Let's see. All right. I think we're getting into enough there. There's enough that they won't be able to do anything like I just did right there. So anyway, thank you for listening.